I got my first real 6-string, bought it at the 5 and down.
Hi guys, I'm out in my hammock again. I've come up with a few ideas for modifications. So I've come out to try it. Tonight it's going to be wet. I am expecting rain, and it's going to be a few degrees above freezing, so I thought it would be a fair test. But the first thing I've tried is, I don't know whether if you see this line, I'm using this as a ridge line. It's 2mm, it's like a braided rope. It's proper climbing stuff. It's marmot, and I tried that out, but it's just too thin, it's too lightweight, it seems to be stretching a bit. So I've already added on either end of my tarp some paracord, some 550 to the trees, because this was just not up to it. The other little mod I've done is this here. This is called a cling-on, and I've attached some bungee, and it's going to keep the hammock when I get inside the layers, which I'm going to do tonight, off my face. I've also added a cling-on to some shock cord, which I put one out to spread out the foot end of the hammock and one out by my shoulder, just to see if it'll give me a bit more space, a bit like what Hennessy do with their side guy lines. So we'll see if that works or not. I know it's a bit dark, and my head torch is going to give up on me soon. I think I've hung this little light up, which will just give me something like a reading lamp, so that'll work. I've also pitched the tarp differently. I've put it in a diamond formation, which was a bit of a pain to set up, but I think that's partly because of this unsuitable cord I've got. So I'm going to go to bed now. It's going to get down to 3 or 4 degrees centigrade, I think, with rain. I've put my saucepan out to try and catch some rainwater for breakfast, although I think I'll have enough. I brought enough with me, I think. I thought I might as well catch some if I can. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to get inside my hammock and try it out. So in the morning, assuming I make it, I don't have to do the walk of shame and go back home, which will be a right pain if it's raining, because packing away in the dark is going to be a chore. But we shall see. I'll report back in the morning. See you later. Hey guys, survived my first night in my new hammock. Some of the mods have worked and some of them probably haven't. I don't know whether you can see, but my tarp has got really slack. The lines have stretched overnight. I did pitch it quite low anyway because the wind was starting to pick up. So, but it is low, and I think the straps have stretched on my hammock as well. So I'm sitting a bit low. I'm still 18 inches off the ground, but it's certainly stretched overnight, which I was kind of expecting. One of my mods, I'll just turn around and show you, which is this line I've added at the foot box. That seems to have worked, made the foot area nice and wide. I had lots of comfort in the foot area. The one by my shoulder that I put in, I removed because it just got in the way. I could feel like a seam develop, so got rid of that. The line that I put on the ridge line, I've removed it now because I'm obviously out and about. That worked. Kept the hammock, because I slipped between the layers, off my face. And of course this little ridge line was quite useful. I had to get up in the night and just put the little lamp on, so that was quite good. So I'm just waiting for my breakfast to cook up. In here I've got British Army ration bacon and beans. I did try and collect some water because it rained a lot. I put my pan out, but I didn't really collect that much. I'm surprised because I heard rain for quite a long time. But it's only a small pan. I could have put it underneath my tarp really and channeled a load of water. That would have filled it right up. But anyway, I wasn't cold. I was quite comfortable actually. Very warm. I just got a slight cold on my hips where I was coming off the mat. Obviously it's one of the advantages of having an underquilt, which I don't have, but I might have to consider making something or modifying something in order to do that. But the weather's really calm now. It's what time is it? About 8 o'clock in the morning. I slept in. I'm surprised because I woke at 4:30 and I didn't think I'd sleep in quite as late as I have. But I had my breakfast and have a drink and then pack away. Everything stayed dry. It doesn't seem to be much in the way of condensation or anything like that. So it's been quite a successful night. There was no wind really running underneath to chill me that I could feel because I've got my thermarest under here. But yeah, all in all, pretty good stuff. Success. But I think perhaps in real harsh winter conditions, I think I'd stick with a tent, to be fair. You're a bit more of in your own castle then. This is very much more out there, which is nice because you're out in the woods and you can see the woods straight away. But I suppose if you've got really harsh, it might be better to hide yourself away in a tent of some sort. But it's just my thoughts. I know a lot of people will disagree. I just wanted to show you this quick, simple modification that I've done for any double layer hammock that either has a zip or a Velcro fastening. If you like to get inside the layers and cocoon yourself, this is a modification to keep the top layer off your face. It uses, if you can see that, these things are called, I call them cling-ons. They're sold as cling-ons or keep-ons. They're designed for tensioning up tarps. You put the tarp fabric between and then use it as a guy line. So with your hammock, I'll try and move it around so you can see. Here's your 2 layers, there's your zip. All you do is find your centre point between the layers and fix down your cling-on onto your fabric. This is bungee. Secure that up to your ridge line using whatever knot you want to do, and that will just suspend the fabric over, and then when you get into the hammock, obviously it's going to compress and the bungee will just allow it to flex without tearing or breaking anything. And ever so cheap and easy modification to do. There's no permanent holes, no permanent fixings and no sewing involved. I have seen some other ideas similar to that, but they all require permanent modification to your hammock. So I thought I'd just do that. It's really cheap and it's simple. I tried it out last night and it definitely works. It gives you a lot of space so you can read a book and generally look after yourself while between the layers. Hope that's helpful. Obviously if you've got a mozzie net, that's not necessarily going to be appropriate if you've got a hammock with a built-in mozzie net, but nonetheless it's a good little trick and I thought I'd share it with you.